God's chosen ones, you can't openly move until heaven sends the next sign. God's chosen one, stop, do not move, not yet. In this quiet night, a desperate call is echoing through the dark. 6 times already, heaven has repeated the same warning, do not move, not yet. And if right now your heart is pounding harder, if your skin tingles as though a bell is ringing deep inside your chest, understand that is no coincidence. You belong to the rare 1% marked by his hand. Tonight, on Wednesday, September 10th at 11:11 p.m., the veil will part. A sign will be given, and when it comes, it will change everything. Type 700 in the comments to confirm that you hear this call. Chosen one. Have you ever wondered in the stillness of your long nights why the silence feels so heavy? Why your prayers seem to rise only to touch the ceiling then disappear? Why every door you knock on slams shut just as you reach it? And why the people you trusted most turned away, leaving you alone in the dark tonight? I am not here to tell you just a story. I bring you a sealed letter from heaven, placed straight into your heart. Look back over your life. You see yourself surrounded by silence so thick it makes you tremble. But listen carefully, chosen one. Inside that silence, there is an urgent voice resounding, like a bell tolling through the emptiness, like the clock striking 11:11, like the number 727 appearing again and again, until your heart can no longer ignore it. You are not alone. This isolation is not punishment. It is an invisible armor, God's own hand shielding you from a battle your natural eyes cannot yet see. Remember this: every sigh you've breathed in the dark, God has carved your name deeper into the throne He is preparing. Every tear you've shed in silence, heaven has gathered as a radiant jewel. And every day you've spent in waiting, you have been forged, sharpened, prepared for the moment of destiny. As you hear these words, the sign is already beginning to stir in your spirit. Tonight is not an ordinary night. This is the night of destiny, the night you will finally understand the true reason for the silence. Stay here. Do not walk away, because the message that follows may be the very key that opens the new season of your life. Part 1. The warning, chosen one. Listen carefully. Out there, the world is trembling. The news each day feels like violent winds tearing away the hope of millions. Violence, crisis, betrayal spread like wildfire. You see families breaking apart, friendships cracking, hearts growing colder by the hour. Like dark waves crashing endlessly against the shore, this world is roaring in fury. And you, chosen one, you feel it more deeply than anyone else. Your heart races, not just from fear, but because your spirit knows something greater is about to happen. Yet while everyone else runs frantically, grabbing hold of whatever might save them, the whisper of God rises in your soul, like a bell ringing in the midnight hour. Do not move. Not yet. You've heard these words before, haven't you? 6 times. Not once, not twice, but 6 times. Every time you tried to step forward to break through the silence, a door slammed shut. Every time you thought, now it's finally my moment, some unexpected event pulled you back. Others may call it failure, but God calls it protection. Picture this: you are an arrow drawn back on a bow. Before it can fly, it must first be pulled backward, tight, trembling, as if it might break. But only when the bow is stretched to its fullest does the arrow launch forward with power strong enough to pierce the darkness. And you, chosen one, you are that arrow. You've asked, why this long silence? Why do my prayers seem to vanish into nothing? Here, this silence is not abandonment. It is an invisible armor, like a seed buried deep in the ground. To those who look from the outside, it seems dead. But within, life is stirring roots, pushing downward, preparing for the great rise upward. If the seed is pulled out too soon, it withers. But if it waits for its season, it grows into a tree that blossoms and bears fruit. You are the same. God is holding you back not to punish, but to protect the fragile yet radiant life inside you. Do not move. Not yet. These words are not a threat. They are urgent love, like a father holding back his child as a car speeds past, like a commander shouting, "Wait for the signal before the charge begins." This warning is meant to save you from a collapse you cannot yet see. Because out there, chaos is prowling. The enemy does not care how tired you are, how lonely you feel. It wants only one thing: to push you ahead of God's timing. If you move too soon, you step onto the battlefield without armor. If you arrive at the table before the meal is prepared, you will starve, and that could destroy the very season God has planned for you. I know you're trembling. I know it feels like you're imprisoned inside your own life. But let that trembling become a prayer. Let every sigh turn into surrender. For God says, "You are mine. I will not let you fall into darkness for nothing. I draw you back, I hold you still, only so that when I release you, you will fly farther than ever before." Listen closely, chosen one. Your waiting is not wasted. It is writing a story bigger than you. It is guarding your soul from the raging waves. It is shielding the flame inside you from being blown out too soon. Think back. The last time a door slammed in your face, you sat alone, tears falling, convinced it was the end. But in that moment, a gentle breath brushed over you like a hand resting on your shoulder. You saw no one, but you knew, "I am still being held." That was God. That was the warning of love. Chosen one, carve this deep into your mind. Do not move, not yet. Not because you are useless, not because your time has passed, but because you are in the hands of the one who knows the perfect moment. The world outside may be chaos, but in your waiting, heaven is orchestrating a plan measured down to the very second. And when the trumpet sounds, you will see the silence of today was only preparation for the roar of tomorrow. Part 2, the reason for the testing, chosen one. Have you ever found yourself walking through a desert without a map? The sun scorches away every shadow. Hot winds whip the dust until you can hardly breathe. Day after day you keep moving, never seeing where this road will end. Inside you cry out, "God, why the silence? Why does no one answer?" But right there in the dry desert, in the damp, low darkness, that is the very school your soul needs. In Scripture, the desert is not just sand and wind. The desert is where God sets his chosen apart. Moses was there 40 years. David hid from his enemies in cold caves. Even Jesus himself, before he began his ministry, went into the wilderness for 40 days. And you, chosen one, you are walking that same pattern. Not because you've been forgotten, but because heaven is pulling you away from the noise of the world so you can learn to recognize the true voice of the one who called you from the beginning. Remember, there are countless voices out there: the voice of ambition, the voice of the enemy, the voice of comparison. But only in the desert, when everything grows quiet, can you hear the still, powerful whisper, "You belong to me." You may feel buried, as if every dream, every opportunity has been shoved into a lightless pit. But chosen one, a seed is also buried before it blossoms. The soil presses down. The darkness surrounds. No one sees the life moving within. Yet in that silence, the seed is sprouting. Roots are driving deep so that when it rises, the storms cannot tear it down. You are that seed. God is not letting you be exposed too soon because he knows a storm is coming. If you were revealed, now you'd be uprooted. But in this dungeon-like dark, he is giving you a root system no one can rip out. You ask, "But God, why don't you speak?" And he answers, "Because my silence is my strongest voice. It shields you from wrong sounds. It keeps you within my safety. When the enemy tries to find you, all it hears is silence. When the adversary moves to strike, all it sees is a covering of darkness. It assumes you've died, disappeared. But in truth, you are hidden in the shadow of the Almighty. Remember, God's silence is never absence. It is a form of protection, like a father ushering his child into a windowless room during a storm, closing the door so the child cannot hear the howling wind, only the steady rhythm of a safe heartbeat. Do you remember the time you prayed, and instead of an answer, you only heard your own heart? You thought that was failure, but if you paid attention, you would notice His breath was still there, wrapping around you like a blanket. Many nights you cried, certain you were abandoned. Yet heaven was keeping a journal in your tears, turning each drop into a precious gem. On the day you're revealed, every tear will catch the light like diamonds set into your crown. Chosen one, pause for a moment. Place your hand over your chest. Feel the heartbeat. Every beat is proof you are still being held. If God meant to forsake you, He would have stopped that heartbeat long ago. But you are alive, still standing, still breathing, which means this: you are being protected. Not protected from testing, but protected from collapse. Not protected from pain, but protected from permanent loss. Not protected from loneliness, but protected from destruction. Listen closely. There is a whisper rising in your desert. You are not finished. I have not left you. I am holding you back only because I am preparing a season you could not carry if you stepped out too soon. If these words are reaching you, that is the evidence He is still here. The silence is not absence, it is strategy. So, chosen one, the next time you find yourself in a dark, low room, do not rush into despair. The next time you walk a desert without a map, do not assume you've been forgotten. Remember, the silence is for your protection. And when the season arrives at the appointed time, you will see that all these quiet days were only the opening chapter to a brilliance no one will be able to stop. Part 3. Confirmation chosen. Hear this clearly. You are not like the crowd out there. You are not a mass-produced copy designed to blend into the multitude. You are the rare 1% hand-picked, permanently marked by the very hand of God. Think of the diamond. It is not formed glittering under the sunlight. It is birthed deep in the earth under crushing weight and relentless pressure. Ordinary coal may shatter under that force, but the chosen coal, the one that endures, that holds firm, becomes a radiant stone beyond compare. You are that diamond. Every night you've collapsed in tears, every season of isolation, you've endured every door that has slammed shut before you. Those were the pressures needed to shape the brilliance within you. The world only sees the darkness, but heaven sees the jewel glowing brighter with each passing day. Like the seed before it blooms, it must accept being buried beneath the soil. To anyone watching from the outside, it looks dead. But the truth is, it has only just begun. In the dark, life is gathering. Roots are stretching deep. Strength is building quietly. So it is with you. The darkness you are walking through is not an ending, it is a beginning. You have not been buried to disappear. You have been planted to rise stronger, to grow higher, to bear fruit that will last forever. Chosen 199% of humanity will choose the easy path. They chase after fading lights. They give up when the pressure becomes too much. But you are different. You endure isolation. You carry the weight. You walk through the long night without surrendering your faith. That is what sets you apart as the rare 1% heaven has named. Let this be etched into your very bones. You are not forgotten. You are not left behind. You have been chosen as living proof to this world that pressure may crush weakness, but it gives birth to strength. Pause now. Place your hand over your heart. Feel its rhythm. It beats, not by your strength, but by grace. Each heartbeat is heaven's confirmation that you are still inside the divine plan. Listen for God's whisper. You are the jewel I have hidden. You are the seed I have protected. You are the 1% I have called by name. Lift your head high. Faith is no longer your burden, it is your crown. not pride in yourself, but in this you have been called chosen one, the one set apart, the one who belongs. If you believe you are the 1% right, I am chosen in the comments. Let both heaven and hell hear your confirmation. Part 4. The enemy revealed, chosen one. Open the eyes of your soul. Did you think the enemy only wants to knock down your body? No, it is not your breath it wants. Its target is your timing. There is a war raging around you, yet it's invisible to natural sight. Not swords, not guns, not spilled blood. It is the battlefield of time where every moment of your life is as precious as refined gold. The enemy knows this one step off, one step too soon, one step too late, can throw destiny off course. It doesn't need to destroy your calling. It only needs to make you act out of time. You've heard it, haven't you? In the quiet night when you lie awake, a whisper slips in. You've waited long enough. Go now. Take this chance. Open the door yourself. Those whispers sound reasonable, almost wise, but beneath them lies a trap. The enemy wants you to move from fear and impatience instead of waiting for heaven's sign. Listen closely. The enemy does not care how much you pray, how many hymns you sing. It fears one thing, that you know how to wait for God's timing. Because once you walk in heaven's cadence, no power can stand in your way. So it schemes to wear you down to exhaustion in the waiting. Plant the doubt, did I miss it? Make you watch others succeed until you believe you've been forgotten. Push you to act recklessly just to prove you're still valuable. Chosen one, be on guard. The most dangerous trap is not failure, it is success in the wrong season. That is what can ruin the very season appointed for you. Remember, the enemy does not tremble at your talent. It trembles at your discipline to wait. It is not alarmed when you beg. It is alarmed when you stand your ground, holding still for God's trumpet. And right as the enemy hisses, go on, open the door yourself. The voice of God thunders, do not move, not yet. This word is not a chain. It is a shield. It is strategy. It is the boundary line that keeps you from the snare of darkness. Therefore, chosen one, stay awake. Do not let counterfeit whispers lead you astray. Do not let impatience push you into a battle before its hour. Let your eyes be opened and your ears discern what is the enemy's whisper and what is God's call. For if you stand still until the true sign sounds, the enemy will tremble, forced to watch you launched with a power it cannot stop. Part 5. The Promised Reward. Chosen one, close your eyes for a moment. Picture this before you. A sacred room opens. Inside a throne is being carved out of light, not the light of lamps or the sun, but light flowing straight from heaven itself. And upon that throne, jewels are being set, each one representing a chapter of your life. Every time you were betrayed, heaven placed a shining diamond. Every night you cried in silence, a crimson ruby was set into place. Every door that slammed shut before you, an emerald was laid down as a seal of divine protection. Others only saw you suffer, but God saw a crown. Others thought you lost everything, but God turned those losses into eternal treasure. That throne was not prepared by accident. It has carried your name since before the foundation of the world. Heaven did not build it for anyone else. It was made for you, chosen one. Every step you've taken, every scar you've carried, is etched into that throne. While the world pointed at you, calling you a failure, the angels have been watching a throne grow more complete with each detail. Let this sink deep into your heart. Not a single one of your tears has been wasted. Heaven has collected them all, stored as treasures. And on the day you are revealed, those tears will gleam like thousands of gems surrounding your throne. You once thought, I'm only enduring in vain. But the truth is this, you have been building a glory no eye has seen, no ear has heard. Hear this promise, you have not been held back just to survive. You are being prepared to reign. I will turn your tears into a crown. I will exchange your pain for glory. I will turn your loneliness into a throne set in the presence of many witnesses. Chosen one, lift your head. Do not look down at the ground anymore. The throne is being prepared. The crown is shining bright, and your name has been engraved upon it from eternity. This is no illusion. This is the promised reward guaranteed by the one who never breaks a promise. If you believe your tears are being transformed into jewels, write "My crown is being prepared" in the comments. Declare it to yourself and to heaven itself that you trust in this promise. Part 6. The clear sign, chosen one. Have you ever asked yourself, how will I know? How can I be certain this is God's voice and not my own thoughts, not the enemy's whisper? Listen, the sign that is coming will not be vague. You will not have to guess. You will not need to ask others to confirm. When that sign arrives, your whole soul, your whole body, your very breath will tremble. Like Moses, you will stand before a moment when the natural suddenly becomes supernatural. A fire burns, yet it is not consumed. An ordinary detail of your daily life will blaze with sudden light, declaring this is no coincidence. This is the hand of God touching reality. Your heart will shudder. Your ears will catch what others cannot hear, and you will know this is the sign. Like Saul on the road to Damascus, you may be walking your own path, convinced you are right, but the sign will break in like a blinding light, knocking you down, halting your old direction. It will turn you around 180 degrees. It will cut across your plans. It will shatter your stubbornness and open a road you never imagined. You will not be able to deny it, for your whole being will quake under the holy presence. Like Mary, who heard the angel say, "You are favored," you too will hear a voice calling straight into your heart. Not an echo from the outside, but a resonance within, clear, pure, powerful. It will not let you fall back asleep. It will not allow you to doubt. It will awaken you with divine confirmation. This is the time. Chosen one, picture that moment. The clock strikes 11:11. Your heartbeat quickens. The very air around you seems to hold its breath, and then something erupts, like lightning striking your soul. You will not deny it. You will not turn away. You will know that heaven has sent the signal. No more confusion, no more hesitation. The sign will come like thunder, splitting the midnight sky, bright, resounding, undeniable. Chosen one, prepare yourself, for when that sign comes, you will not need anyone to confirm it for you. Your spirit will already know. It will vibrate like an instrument, struck on its true note. It will resound like a bell ringing from heaven. And in that very moment, not too soon, not too late, you will know the hour has come. Part 7. Divine Protection Chosen. Perhaps you've wondered, why has God stayed silent so long? Why doesn't He answer the very moment I cry out? But the truth is, this silence itself is the armor. It is not the absence of God. It is His presence, wrapped in the form of protection. Picture it now. Surrounding you is a massive wall of light. Human eyes cannot see it, but the enemy trembles when it draws near. Each time darkness tries to lunge forward, that light stops it. Every arrow fired in the night dissolves the moment it touches that unseen barrier. You thought you were sitting in an empty room, alone, forgotten, surrounded by quiet. But in reality, you were inside a radiant fortress, guarded every single moment. Heaven has assigned angels to stand watch around you. You may not see them, but at times you have felt it. That strange sense of something bad should have happened, but somehow I was spared. That was not luck. That was evidence of protection. An accident was diverted. A mistimed phone call saved you from a dangerous choice. A sudden closed door kept you from stepping into a pit. Every detail was an angel's hand at work, and above them all the hand of God rests on your shoulder, gentle yet heavy with power. It steadies you when your knees tremble, It holds you back when you try to step out too soon. He knows you are tired. He hears every sigh, but he also knows what lies beyond things you are not yet ready to face. So he chooses silence, keeping you inside the safety zone. Chosen one, breathe out. Feel the peace covering you right now. You are not abandoned. You are being guarded. You are not imprisoned. You are being protected. The silence is not a chain. It is a mighty shield. Remember this: if God allows you to step out, it is because He knows the time has come. But if He holds you back in silence, it is because He is building a wall of light around you. Chosen one, you can rest secure, for you never stand alone in the dark. You are always surrounded by invisible light and the watch of heaven. Part 8. Your mission, chosen one. Do you think this waiting is only about you? No. The price you pay today, the tears you have sown, are not just writing your story. They are carving a legacy for an entire bloodline. Picture this: grandchildren, not yet born generations, who will never see your face, will one day walk on paths you have opened by your perseverance in the dark. Every time you refuse to compromise, a dangerous door is locked shut for those who come after you. Every time you remain steadfast in waiting, a road of blessing is paved for those who carry your name. You may feel you are only surviving, but heaven sees you as an ancestor, a forerunner, one your descendants will thank, because you kept the faith in the darkest of days. Each day you choose faithfulness. In the silence you are breaking a curse. Each night you pray in loneliness. You are sowing seeds of a harvest your family will one day rejoice in. Each step you take in the dark, you are laying stones for a holy foundation, a shelter where your children's children will find refuge. You may not see the full results in your lifetime, but future generations will walk in freedom because of your waiting. Chosen one, feel the weight of this truth you are carrying. Not only your calling, but the calling of your lineage. Those who come after you will walk easier because you chose the harder way. They will find the light quicker because you dared to walk through the darkness. You are not living only for today. You are rewriting the spiritual history of your family, and heaven calls that glory. Hear this whisper, my child: I have chosen you to be a gatekeeper for generations. I have placed in your hands the keys to break the chains, so your descendants may live free. Do not despise this waiting. It is guarding not only you, but your bloodline. So stand firm, chosen one. Be proud, for your faithfulness is becoming a blessing that will echo through generations. And one day when your descendants lift their heads in gratitude, they will say, "It was our ancestor who kept the faith." And because of that, we are free. Part 9. Confirmation once more, chosen. 1. Look beyond the darkness. At the end of this silent road, a light is beginning to break forth. Not the dim flicker of an oil lamp, but a blazing brilliance, as if a holy dawn is tearing through the night. In that light you see clearly. Every tear you've shed gleams like a pearl. Every hidden prayer shines like a star. The heavens open wide to show you your waiting has not been wasted. The silence that once made you tremble has now become proof that you were hidden for a moment of glory. And then listen closely. You hear a trumpet sounding from afar. It is not like ordinary music. It roars, summoning your very soul, awakening the warriors who once hid in the shadows. That trumpet is heaven's confirmation the hour is near. No more delay, no more doubt. This is the signal announcing that you are about to step into a season of abundance, that heaven's gates are about to swing wide. Hear this truth: your silence now will thunder later. The silence you once thought was meaningless one day, it will become a thunderclap across the battlefield. The years you were hidden will turn into a testimony so powerful, no one can deny it. What you endured in secret will resound as a victory song the whole world must hear. Chosen one, let faith erupt in your heart right now. You have not been hidden to disappear. You have been hidden to return with a force that makes the enemy tremble. Every tear, every sigh, every day of waiting, they are all becoming the echo of a holy thunder. So chosen one, carve this deep within your silence. Now will thunder later. Let this word become your sacred pride. Do not be ashamed of the silent days. Do not regret the hidden years, for they are the very fuel for your glorious explosion to come. Part 10, the final promise. Chosen one. Look around you. The darkness has passed. The sky is turning rose and a holy dawn is rising. This is not an ordinary morning. It is the sign that your season of hiding has ended and a new chapter is opening. The first light of day slips through the doorway, touching your face like a whisper. You have made it through the night. You have held the faith. And now a new day has begun. This dawn is not only sunlight, it is heaven's proof that your night was never permanent. Picture it now before you. The throne is complete. Every jewel, the diamond of patience, the ruby of tears, the emerald of protection, all have been set in place. Your name glows upon that throne and no one can erase it. Heaven's work is finished. The crown is ready, and you are called to step into your eternal reward. Listen closely. The whisper of the Creator touches your soul. The sign is closer than you think. Not far away, not vague. The very sign you prayed for, the one you wept. For the one you asked again and again, it is nearer than you realize. It may come through a simple conversation. It may arrive in a vivid dream. It may break forth even through these very words as you listen. But be certain of this, it is coming. Chosen one, let your heart rest now. No more running, no more straining. The dawn has come and you can breathe deep in peace. You are not late. You are not abandoned. You are not replaced. You are standing in the right place at the right time in the right plan. So chosen one, step into this new day with this faith. The sign is closer than you think. Keep your eyes open, your heart attentive, your spirit ready. For when that sign arrives, you will no longer doubt. You will know your hour has come. Chosen one. Before we close, pause for a moment. Imagine thousands, even millions like you from America, Canada, England, Brazil, Mexico, Africa, South America, all listening to the same word. You are not alone in a silent room. You belong to a global family of the chosen. Father, I lift before you every chosen one hearing these words. I ask you to pour out peace beyond understanding. Wipe away hidden tears. Heal unseen wounds. Restore hope within their hearts. Cover them with your light. Set angels at their doors. Grant them strength to wait until the sign appears. Let them know they are not forgotten, not abandoned, not replaced. They are yours, chosen, engraved in your eternal plan. And when the sign sounds, let them recognize it, instantly stepping into their new season with boldness, with power, with glory. In the holy name of Jesus, we pray. Amen. Chosen one, carry this with you. You are not forgotten. You are chosen. Your sign is coming. If this word touches your heart, write Amen or I will wait, or I am ready in the comments. Share this message with another chosen one, someone who needs to hear it tonight. And don't forget to click subscribe and the little bell so you don't miss the next sign from heaven. Remember, you are not alone. You are not late. And the sign, it is closer than you think.